Hey Stephanie.
Hey Brenda, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hey Caleb.
Your story made me crack up today.
Oh, yeah. They just won't stop calling.
I know it's crazy.
I think that's what I get for I've had the same cell phone number since high school.
No, I have the same cell phone number too since high school.
Yeah, well, if someone's telling me that's the problem, you need to change the
Oh,
phone number. I'm like, I don't know. My kids just started memorizing my number and to change it, and I'm like, no. But yeah, every day I'm getting calls. People are telling me that I approve for a loan. And I'm like, they leave lengthy voicemail and take up all my space.
yeah, that's funny.
I don't even know anybody's phone number anymore.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't want to delete mine because I know like my entire family knows my number.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'll just keep it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, pains of real estate. You get your name out there, but it's a good thing though.
Yeah, definitely. When I started doing lending after joining Gator, that's when like a lot more spam calls started coming in. And now it's just out of control. So most of the time, I don't answer my phone at all. If I don't recognize the number, I don't answer.
Sometimes I
Yeah.
guess. I'm like, I might know who this is. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm glad I answered.
Yeah. Hey, Paul. How's
Hi,
everything?
Stephanie. Hi.
Okay, this is just going to be for about 30 minutes. It's not going to be real long. I just wanted to get on here and explain my deal. This is going to be recorded, so if anybody pops in late, that's fine. I just want to jump on and kind of explain the deal that I had and who I am, and a little bit about me, and then how you and anyone that watch this Zoom can participate. So I'm going to share my screen. Give me just a second. All right, can y'all see me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, a little bit about me. My name is Caleb Miles. Get my notes up real quick. Um, I've been in real estate for going on about 2 years now. You see, I've got the sub two hat on. I've been in sub two since April of last year. Most people who see the symbol know who Pace Morby is. And real estate is a rabbit hole, to say the least. There's so many different lanes you can get in. And one of the lanes that I got in the beginning was wholesaling. And I got a deal and realized, this is, to me, not what I wanted to do. I did not want to build a wholesale business. I felt like it was another job, constantly trying to catch the next deal. And I've been in the service-based business for a long time, selling anything from Pepsi to coffee to you name it. And I've been doing that for about 15 plus years. And talking to people has never been a problem for me. So, so I meet people every day. I've got about 100 customers in my day job that I love. I've known them for about 7 or 8 years. I know about their families. They know about mine, and it's very much so relationship based. Let's see if I can mute this.
No, it's okay. It's really confusing.
Okay, sorry, I'm not sure how to mute everybody. So anyway, I'm just going to go on. Anyway, to go on into my deal, I do what's called transactional funding, and one of the deals that came my way was a $42,000 EMD deal. And EMD stands for earnest money deposit for anyone that doesn't know. And if you're on this Zoom, you probably do. So earnest money deposits, double closes, and stack methods. Another name for it is a Morby method or a seller carryback. Those are the things that I do. And this deal was actually brought to me by Brenda. As you can see, she is here with us today. And I'm very thankful for that. I saw her for the first time in a small group that we're a part of. And we did a challenge together, and we've been friends ever since. It is definitely important to me to build relationships with people. Um, Not necessarily will you get a deal when you meet someone, but you never know down the road where you can help them or maybe how they can help you. And different connections has put me into so many different rooms that I never thought that I would ever be in. Um, I've got several deals right now that's blowing my mind that I'm about to be funding. And everybody thinks, well, do you need a LLC to do this? Do you need money to do this? And the answer to that is no. You need to be around someone that is doing this, that you can plug into their business and they can show you the ropes, if this is something you want to do, or can fund your deal, or has the connections to fund your deal. There's deals that I'm funding now that I don't have the capital for, but everybody knows the cliche, your network is your net worth. So the people that you know, you will find the money for a deal that has a good return. This return right here was for 20%, and 20% of 42K is $8,400. And I want to show you a picture of my family. I have been married to my wife here, Amanda, for 20 years. We were very young when we got married. My son, the tallest one beside me, you see, is Wesley. He's practically half my age. He just graduated from high school. And then I got three girls. I did have another one that passed away. A lot of people that I know don't know that, but we are God-fearing. We do put Christ first in our lives and our family. We like to be around people that do that and have integrity, character in their life, and serve a higher power. And we appreciate everyone. I met Brenda here at Squad Up this year. As you can see her in the picture, we got in this room. Um, when was that? April, Brenda? And
April. Yeah.
yeah, and I got to meet her, and she introduced me to the person that I loaned this money to, which was Devon. And this is him in the picture that I got to meet him at that meeting that night after I met with Brenda. Well, to get into the deal, we got on the phone with his transactional coordinator, and they needed this deal funded ASAP. And Brenda had called me and said, "Hey, Caleb," I said, "I've got this deal. Would you like to fund this?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I've got my money already tied up in another deal." Well, come to find out, I got on the phone with a guy that I did a gap lending deal with, and he said, "Caleb, I'm going to pay you out on Monday." Well, that was just perfect because when that money came in, it went right back out on this deal right here. And you just never know how things are going to work out. But I got on the phone with Devon's TC. We worked out the details, and I want to show y'all the contract because when we do an EMD deposit, we have to do we don't just send money to people. We send money to title companies, and our money is protected through contracts. And you definitely want, paperwork done with these deals, so everything's, you know, done right for the IRS. To protect your money. We're not gambling our money here. We're investing in people that we know. And like I said at the beginning, relationships is really big. in my business. Brenda has already done, she told me 7 deals with Devon or so. And
Yeah.
and I have known Brenda for so long that I trusted her with this deal. But even though I trusted her, I still had to do my own due diligence. So I received the contracts, we got them signed. We had one for 10,000 here. We had another one for 20. This was a big assistant living complex that they were taking down, and they needed to lock up this contract. And I put down the earnest money, as you can see, for each one of these because they're all were different properties, and they all had to be done in different contracts because they were different properties, and it all ended up to $42,000. And we did get Devon to do a personal guarantee. Um, it's just an extra layer. Um, and then we got down to the point to where we did the wire transfer. Now, with the wire transfer for a property, they send you wire instructions, but you don't ever want to just always just send money once you get these wire instructions. You want to be able to go in and hold on just a second. You want to be able to go in to like Google and type in Yavapai Title Agency and actually look up who they are, get on the phone with an actual person, verify the file number, verify the um, the bank account number that you're sending the wire funds to, and look and see if they've got a website. Check out their property address, and get on the phone with that person, make sure everything's kosher, and then send the wire because you want to make sure that you're not making any mistakes. They could have did a typo on the wire transfer form they sent to you. So always want to protect yourself. And then we had funded this in March 10th, and we just got paid out. I think it was the 13th of May. And one of the things that I do with everyone that refers me a deal is we always work out an agreement on a referral fee. And with Brenda, it doesn't matter how many deals that I do with Devon, I will always send Brenda a referral fee because that was the person that she referred to me. So for life, she gets that referral fee. So I want you to be able to, look past the mindset of I have to do all the things before I can do a deal. You have in your capability now to actually go out, talk to people, and say, hey, I have the network that I can fund your deal. And you can bring the deal to me, you can bring the deal to Brenda, you can bring the deal to whomever that you build a relationship with me. I hope that you build a relationship with me and Brenda. She's definitely a wonderful person to reach out to. But here's my information. If you're interested in learning more about funding, you can scan this barcode. There's all kinds of resources that you can have, at your fingertips, to learn more about funding.
Can I say something,
I
Caleb?
would I would love for you to.
First off, I just want to say it's all about intentionality and like continuously networking with people because I met Caleb what was it, last August?
I believe.
And
Yeah.
yeah, we were part of a challenge. And I could have decided to not be part of that challenge because I could have made a piss poor excuse that I have to work, right? And so you have to like continuously network. That's one of the things that I do not stop doing. I still network with at least one person a day, every single day except for Saturday and Sundays. And so for me, I think it's important to also, I met my solid borrower that he's a dear friend of mine now. I met him last summer, in the owners club, and we've literally talk all the time about deals. And so if you find that person, when he brought me the deal, he brought me the deal. I did not have the funds at that time, but I knew the network within me. They've seen my transparency, they've seen my character, and they know obviously still have to do your due diligence, but I will not connect someone unless I fund for them as well. So that is definitely my rule as well too. So when I brought this, I'm like, you know what? Let me reach within my transactional network and see who wants to do this 42K deal since it's a 60-day deal because it is an end buyer, right? The funds go hard initially, and so it is riskier. But because I have that relationship, it's like, okay, can you do a personal guarantee so that Caleb can feel more comfortable? And he was just like, absolutely. And that's what I really want to say is that make sure you're intentional with nurturing your relationships when you meet these people. That's all. Thank you.
No, that's great. So thank you so much, Brenda. I really do appreciate you so much.
Appreciate you, Caleb. Thank you.
Yeah. So I just wanted to make this so everybody could at least have this information in their hands. So you can go out and you can when you network, you have people that you can refer to. And I want you to be able to call me. I want you to be able to message me. I want to know who you are. Um, you'll be a referral for life. And that's really all I have. If you have any questions, I'll feel free to take any.
Caleb, how many transactional funding or EMD have you done so far?
Well, I've done several different ones. A lot of these were bigger deals. I'm also a flipper. I do a lot of flipping here in my home area here in Louisiana. I've done gap lending deals. I've done multifamily deals. Um, I have a guy that's a friend that did $100,000 EMD deal for a big apartment complex in Houston. We put all our paperwork in place to where we got all of our money back. So this is this is probably my second EMD I've done. I've done gap deals, and I haven't done any double closes yet. I'm working on a $3 million one right now. So, and I'm actually working on a $3 million EMD right now as well. So I'm getting more and more in.
Mhm.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah. And you talked I've done a few gap funding, mostly for fix and flips,
Right.
and they make me a bit nervous because I'm in one now where it was supposed to be 6 months and now it's been over a year,
Oof.
and the project is still not complete. So I am in communication with the borrower. She is posting me on a regular basis, but that just goes to show if there are unexpected things, it could drag on much longer than, than expected, unfortunately. So my money's still stuck there. I know I will get paid. I just don't know when. I think we're close to completion. And so I think for me, once I get my funds back, I think I might just take a break from fix and flip because it's just way too long term for me.
Right.
I've also had deals that have gone south, and it's lesson learned in terms of how to underwrite, making sure that I'm protecting my money correctly, rather than just jumping in or just, you know, trusting that because other people have done deals with this borrower that, to not do any due diligence on my own, because that's what happened with the deals that have gone south. So there are definitely a lot of lesson learned. So I was going to ask you, the follow-up question is, for the borrowers that you are lending to, what are
Mhm.
some ways that you vet the borrower to make sure that, that they will pay you back?
Okay. Well, there's several different types of borrowers. You've got wholesalers, and then you've got the end buyer, right? So whenever you're lending EMD to a wholesaler, you got to make sure that they have that end buyer in place before the inspection period is done. You know, if you don't have the end buyer in place, your contracts protect you because you can go in with that title company and you can terminate the contract because you're not actually lending on the property itself, you're funding it as a partner. So you become partners with the wholesaler, and therefore you have the ability to cancel the contract before, you lose your money. With an end buyer, it's like Brenda said, it's a little more risky because you have to know the person. A lot of the money goes hard. Um, that's the reason why we did a personal guarantee. One of the stipulations that they had in the contract was that the earnest money is non-refundable, but it's all contingent on financing. So they weren't able to get the financing, so they were able to get the earnest money back. To be honest with you, this deal actually fell through. Yeah, they did not actually buy this property, but we still was able to get the earnest money back. And because Devon is such a great borrower, and we had the money sitting in escrow for so long, he was willing to build a relationship up with me, and has a wonderful relationship built up with Brenda, that he still paid me, the money that we agreed upon. One of the biggest things when you're lending to someone, especially with fix and flips, is their experience. There's always something that's going to go wrong in real estate. Every flip that I've done, uh, I almost add like an extra $10,000 or $20,000 to the number, because there's always something that we find that we didn't even think of. And me and my partner, I'm on my fourth flip with him, and we've bought and sold everything within 6 months. But it's definitely important to, whenever you vet them, to have the right contracts in place. And then, nothing's ever for certain. They always say don't lend money that you can't lose, you know. So there's always that aspect, but a good borrower will pay you back even if they don't make any money. And when it comes to the way that I vet borrowers, I'm only going to work with people like that. I'm going to work with people that have a good track record, that are experienced. Um, the guy that I'm doing the $3 million double close with, he's been in the real estate business for 20 years. He's a mortgage broker. He's got a construction company. They own $250 million worth of property under management. And you always got to look for experience. Um, Unless you just have the money that you can, help someone out, help them get on their feet, help them get started, which, there's lenders that do that. Everyone has their own vetting process. Hopefully I answered.
Thanks. That was helpful. And then last question. Um, are you in a specific market or do you lend nationwide?
I lend nationwide, because whenever you're lending for
Okay.
EMD or you're lending for double closes, the only person you're really vetting is the title company. The title company has to be real. There's so many fake ones out there. If I were to lend to someone in an area I didn't know where they were, I would get on the phone with somebody and say, "Hey, I need you to physically go to this title company and make sure they're real." You know, because as long as you have
Mhm.
the contracts in place and you speak to the title company themselves, you get everything documented, then they're supposed to follow your contract by the law. They sign it. But a lot of people, talk about, well, I don't do mutual release states. I don't do this and that. Honestly, even in a state like that, every title company is different. I've closed with so many different title companies, and it doesn't matter really what the laws are in that state. It's what is that title company agreeing to do for you, and then getting that in writing. Brenda, would you add anything to that?
I just even though it's not a mutual release date, I just still do the paperwork like it is a mutual release date
Exactly.
because title companies are just so it doesn't even matter if you are part of a mutual release date or if you're not. It's just best to just have the paperwork done.
Yeah, for sure.
Caleb, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Grateful for you. I'm gonna hop off since I have some plans, but thank you. Thank you
All right.
for coming through with the deal and funding that for me.
Yeah, thank you for bringing it to me. You have a good night.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye, Stephanie.
Bye, Brenda. Have a good
All right.
weekend.
You
Y'all reach
too.
out to me.
Caleb, I got a question.
Sure, Paul.
I don't know if I missed this the time frame, but this EMD for how long is this?
I'm sorry.
The EMD for how long it is? How many days, weeks, month?
Okay, well it's different on different deals. If you're with an end buyer, if you're doing a multifamily deal, it could be 60 days, it could be 90 days. It's just whatever you're willing to do. Like with me, I prefer not to go over 30 days. If a client goes over 30 days, then we would just charge them for the extra 30 days. But that would be something that would be worked out with them up front. With a wholesaler, you're not ever going to do a deal with them that goes past the inspection period. So you would know that up front. And a lot of times those inspection periods will get extended. So whenever that happens, you have to redo the paperwork because you want everything documented. So whenever you have the ability to um, cancel that contract because with a wholesaler they have to have that end buyer put their earnest money in to cover the the deposit that you made.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But I think for this pitch that you are selling for the $42,000 for
Yeah.
that EMD, how long is that going to be?
Oh, it's already done. I already got paid out.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. I thought that you were looking for money, huh?
Oh no, I've already
Oh,
funded it. I funded it already.
sorry. Oh, you already did. Oh, I got it now. Oh my God, yeah. I'm everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, all right, all right.
Well, thank you, Stephanie, for
Oh.
coming. Thank you, Paul. I think Freddie's just listening in. That's what he told me
Mm-hmm.
today. So, y'all reach out to me. My number is on the screen there. I would love to get to know you.
Let me write it
Sure.
down. Hold
Sure.
on.
Thanks, Caleb.
318.
It was very informative. I probably will reach out to you after the call sometime, I don't know, this weekend or next week, just to see how
Sure.
we can do business together.
Sure. Anytime. Just text me beforehand, and I'll
Yeah.
definitely
Mm-hmm.
make time for you for sure.
Okay, so this 318 number, this is your cell phone, 218
Yes.
4723.
Yes.
Okay,
That's my
great.
direct number. Mhm.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna drop. Have a wonderful holiday weekend. Same to you, Paul. It was nice seeing you at the
Bye
last meetup
bye.
and again.
Yes.
All right. Take
All right.
care.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
You too.
All
Bye.
right. Good night. We talk later, Caleb. Right?
All right.
Okay. Bye.